welcome back to my kitchen. My name's Shannon and today I'm going to be making a Trim Healthy Mama recipe called Cottage Berry Whip. You can find it in the original Trim Healthy Mama cookbook on page 374. It is a fuel pool, which means essentially that you can have it with an S, which is fats. You can have it with an E, which is carbohydrates, or since it has a serving of cottage cheese, which is 13 grams of protein, you can eat it by itself and still have a protein-centered snack. I'm going to mix it up for you today and show you how to do it, but refer back to the cookbook to find out exactly how much of each ingredient to put in. Okay, so cottage cheese. Now you're going to want to use 1% milk fat cottage cheese. Now I know that this brand is not the cleanest. I always say the ingredient wrong, but carrageenan is in it. And that's not a very clean ingredient, but I do have a 13-year-old cottage cheese snob and he will only eat this brand. He says everything else has a funny taste. So if you have any other cottage cheeses that you know of or have tried that are great, just leave a comment so that I can try that brand. All right, go ahead and put the cottage cheese in. All right, now it does not say this in the cookbook, but what I like to do now is go ahead and put in my sweetener and then mix it. The sweetener is super sweet. It is a Trim Healthy Mama product, but you can use any no-calorie sweetener that's considered on plan. Of course, that would be like monk fruit, Truvia, pure. You can use gentle sweet, but make sure that you use more of it. I love sweet. So when you see the amount of sweetener in the cookbook, just know that I triple the amount of sweetener it calls for. So, all right, I like to put the sweetener on top of the cottage cheese. That way it incorporates better. Then it does not call for vanilla, but I like to put it in just a dash. It really enhances the flavor. All right. Now, this is the step that I do that is different from the book. I'm going to mix just the cottage cheese by itself, blending it till it's more smooth and broken down, or else I have found that I get a lot of lumps in my final product. Right now, I'm just giving it a kickstart, so that looks pretty good. I like to leave it to where it is blended pretty much all the way down where the lumps and the curds have been broken up. That way when you add your berries, it won't have little leftover curds still in it. Now the recipe calls for mixed berries. This happens to be a Walmart mixed berry blend, but you can use all strawberries, all blueberries, and stay in a fuel pool. If you do want to switch to pineapple or mango, the flavor is fantastic, but they are an e-fuel, so you won't be in a fuel pool snack anymore. Just know that it's an e-snack and it's great. So go ahead and put in the berries. Now when you mix the berries, I suggest pulsing. By pulsing a few times, you're causing the blender to have to stop, and when it stops, it is pulling the air, and that'll take anything that's stuck to the bottom and pull it up into your blend a little better. Now, if you just did it on low, I'm sure it would incorporate too, but it might take longer, and the longer you mix this, the warmer it'll get and the less of a ice cream like dessert it's gonna turn out to be. So now that I've pulsed it a few times, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on low. I might even spike it up to high for a second or two, depending on how it looks, but you just want to mix it until it looks fully incorporated and there's a vibrant purple color you'll see when it changes from the berries. So, all right, here we go. All right, now it doesn't seem to be mixing a whole, it doesn't seem to be incorporating perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is scrape down the sides, kind of push those extra berries back into it. Oh, this is looking like ice cream and it's smelling like heaven. Take about 30 seconds overall. I do see a very big strawberry that doesn't want to get pulled down in there. Two, in fact, that seem to be stuck together. But I'm going to call it good and just not dish out that strawberry so that I can show you what it looks like. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful snack. It's very bright. The more blueberries that you put in, the deeper the color is going to be. So if you want a beautiful colored dessert without food coloring, this is the way to go. However, if you do want a little bit of extra food coloring, I've got some natural, organic, like non-chemical added food coloring that I could put in and it'll make it even deeper. This is perfect though. I'm going to dish it out just like this. I'm going to use one of the dishes I measured in, a little less cleanup. All right, it's thick, it's creamy. I don't see any lumps from the cottage cheese. The only lump that I have is that really big strawberry that didn't want to mix in, and that's okay. I can blend it in when I'm done. All right, so this is the treat that you get. And I will say that the recipe does make 2 small servings. If you want to put one away in the refrigerator for later, it does stay pretty good. But what I have found that I really like to do is take the extra serving, if my kids don't eat it, and put it into the freezer. I have to put it on the counter about 10 to 12 minutes once I take it out before I eat it the next time. But it really is almost ice cream-like at that point. Oh my gosh, this is the best one I've ever made. I have to say that I really like the berry blend and I taste the raspberries more than anything. It's very good. If you like this recipe, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and check back for more great recipes and videos. Until then, enjoy!